Hello and welcome to another episode of EdgeCraft Lockdown. I'm your host, Matt. It is great to see you today, and this is Beast, or Brandon, and he came to help me because in the last episode, I accidentally started a raid in the village behind me, and Beast has come to help me finish this thing. And apparently, there is an illager beast over there. So we're gonna go and we're gonna take these guys out right now. I'm not sure if I want to do a super fast time mode for this or not. I think I'm gonna do a super fast time mode. So super fast time mode battle, go! Okay, so in this super fast time mode, we are going to finish the story about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and the blazing furnace. And if you remember from last time, King Nebuchadnezzar set up a giant golden statue, and he asked everyone to bow down to it. But these three guys said, no way, we only bow down to God. And he said, if you don't bow down, I'm going to throw you in this furnace. And they said, you know what? You can throw us in the furnace if you want to. We know God is going to save us. But even if he doesn't save us, we're going to worship him anyway, and we are not going to worship your gods or your statue. So this is where we're going to pick up in verse 19. It says, Then Nebuchadnezzar was very angry with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The look on his face changed, and he ordered that the furnace be heated 7 times hotter than usual. He also gave some of the strongest soldiers in his army a command. He ordered them to tie up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then he told his men to throw them into the blazing furnace. So they were tied up. Then they were thrown into the furnace. They were wearing their robes, pants, turbans, and other clothes. The king's command was carried out quickly. The furnace was so hot that its flames killed the soldiers who threw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into it. So the 3 men were firmly tied up, and they fell into the blazing furnace. Then King Nebuchadnezzar leapt to his feet. He was so amazed he asked his advisors, Didn't we tie up the 3 men? Didn't we throw 3 men into the fire? They replied, Yes, we did, your majesty. The king said, Look, I see 4 men walking around in the fire. They aren't tied up, and the fire hasn't even harmed them. The 4th man looks like a son of the gods. Then the king approached the opening of the blazing furnace. He shouted, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, come out. You who serve the Most High God, come here. So they came out of the fire. The royal rulers, high officials, governors, and advisors crowded around them. They saw that the fire hadn't harmed their bodies. Not one hair on their heads was burned. Their robes weren't burned either, and they didn't even smell like smoke. Then Nebuchadnezzar said, May the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be praised. He has sent his angel and saved his servants. They trusted in him. They refused to obey my command. They were willing to give up their lives. They would rather die than serve or worship any god except their own God. No other god can save people this way. So I'm giving an order about the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. No one may say anything against him. That's true no matter what language they speak. If they say anything against him, they'll be cut to pieces, and their houses will be turned into piles of trash. Then the king honored Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He gave them higher positions in the city of Babylon and the towns around it. Wow, what an incredible story. So this is so cool because a lot of people just have a lot of trouble understanding and believing that this story is even real because it's so unbelievable. They were thrown into this fire, this furnace, and they were fine. They weren't even singed a little bit. It didn't even hurt their clothing. And they threw 3 guys in. And by the way, the 2 guys that were throwing them in, they died just because they got close to the fire. But they threw 3 guys in, but they saw 4 people in the fire walking around. Now, maybe the 4th person was an angel. Maybe that 4th person was Jesus. We don't really know. But it does say that maybe it was an angel. But either way, someone was in that fire with them, and they were not hurt at all. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they walked right out of there with no problems. It's just an incredible story. And the king, he said it right. I mean, you can't say anything against this God, because no God can save people like this. So that's the end of this super fast time mode. I hope you enjoyed the story. We'll continue the story, actually, next episode with King Nebuchadnezzar and Daniel and some fun things that happen. But let's get back to the Minecraft. Wow, that was insane. We killed them all, and we don't even get the rewards for it because we died so much that the effect was over or something. I don't know. And so we don't get the villagers' thanks. But that was crazy. Did you see those illager beasts? They like one-shotted Brandon through a wall. They hit me like in 2 hits. I mean, they hit Brandon in 2 hits too, but they killed him through a wall. That crazy magician guy, I've never seen spells like that. Like things came up from the floor. That was insane. Okay, mental note to self. Do not come into a village when you have the village or pillager effect on. But I did get this really cool Totem of Undying. Yes, and yes, I got killed 6 times. Let's see if we can check the logs here. It says, slain by Ravager, slain by Vindicator, 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 Vex, and Reaver. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times I was killed. That's insane. Yeah, Nolan did not get killed. Brandon got killed like, what, twice maybe? Once? I don't know. Anyway, my gear, I lost my helmet. I had to make a new helmet. My sword broke. My boots are gone. This stuff is about to break. This was insane. But I did get this cool little flag, and so I get to add it to my collection. And I'm going to put it right there. And let that be a lesson to you other pillagers. Don't come near my house. But anyway, I'm going to continue working, and I'll be back with you guys in a little bit with what we're going to do for today. All right, see you guys in a minute. All right, so I just popped into the nether and grabbed a little bit of quartz, but Brandon asked me to come over to his base because he had something really cool that he wanted to show me. It is apparently some machine that he built. Now, Brandon building machines sounds pretty awesome because I don't know where it is. I think it's in here. Yeah, okay, so this is it. Now, what he told me to do is he told me to put my armor and my weapon in this chest. Hey, it stole my stuff. Okay, so fair enough. And then, I don't know for sure, but I think I'm supposed to stand on this little red carpet thing here. And there's a button. And so let's pretend I'm lounging around the house. You know, I'm just taking a nap in my bed, or I'm playing with my cartography table, or whatever. And I go for a little stroll outside, and all of a sudden, oh no, it's nighttime, and there's zombies around. I need my armor fast. I can run in here really, really quick, come all the way back in here, stand right here, and I'll zoom out so you guys can see this. Let's see, I got the button, and then pow, pants, pow, boots, pow, helmet, pow, sword, pow, armor, and now I'm ready to go. Kill some zombies! So anyway, this is a pretty cool little machine, and I'm really impressed because he did all the redstone completely himself. And yeah, it gives you all of your armor and your stuff back, so you can store it in there. It's nice and safe. I mean, like I showed you, I can put my sword in. I can't get my sword. I just can't get it. So I could like hide my full diamond armor down there, and someone could like come through the base and be like, oh, there's no stuff in there. And they'd never see this button because it's like dark oak on dark oak. And then, pow, I got my sword. Let's go. Fight. And that would be really, really cool. So anyway, I thought that was pretty awesome. He wanted me to show it off, and I agreed because it is super cool. But all right, I will catch up with you guys in a minute. I'm going to go check something else out. Okay, so I've got a project planned for today, and it's not my glass, although I am hoping to get some more glass put up by the end of this episode. But I've got a decent amount up so far, and I'm going to need a lot more. So we will see how that turns out. But what I want to do right now is I want to use these materials, chests, buckets, hopper, stone, redstone dust, observers, and pistons to create a farm. And what I want to create is a sugarcane farm. Now I got the sugarcane growing over here, but I need a lot more, because eventually I'm going to want rockets, and I'm going to need paper for those rockets so I can fly around. But I need an elytra to fly around too. But I also need to make books and other things with sugar. So we need to make a sugarcane farm. So I'm going to harvest this real quick, and I'm going to get that sugarcane, and we're going to build this farm right here in this little spot, I believe. So I will be back with you guys in just a second. Okay, we are all set. I've got this place dug out just a little bit so I could put the farm right back in this corner. I've got all my sugarcane harvested, 42 of it, not bad actually. And so now it is time to get started. Now the first thing we need to do is we need to create a stream of water. And I actually need one more observer. So we're going to make this 9 wide, but I don't have one more observer. So I'll have to get that out of the nether later because I need the quartz. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the middle. And here we are going to put a little line like that, and we're going to have some water. And so we need the bucket, of course. And we grab a bucket of water and put a bucket here. And grab a bucket of water and put a bucket here, and watch what happens. It flows to the middle and it flows down, and that is perfect. Because what's going to happen is we're going to put right there, we're going to put a hopper. And that hopper is going to point into that spot. And right there, notice how the water just stops right there, so I don't even have to worry about stopping it or blocking it off or anything. We are going to put a double chest, to hold. I shift clicked, so it didn't connect. But this is going to hold all of the sugarcane that we collect. There we go. So now, if a piece of sugarcane falls into this water right here, it floats down. Oh, I caught it. It'll kind of go back and forth a tiny bit, but then it'll eventually go down this little stream and into this chest, and that is perfect. Now over here we need this to be dirt, so I'm gonna go boop 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 like that, and we're gonna put some dirt down because this is where the sugarcane is going to be planted. So we can plant the sugarcane up just like this all the way across. Pow, just like that. And then we are going to need a little bit more room, actually. So I need to break down these blocks here. Perfect. And we're going to put down some stone to make it look nice and pretty from behind and in front, so that when you're looking at this farm, you see that beautiful stone behind the sugarcane. Now, at this point, we're going to put down the pistons. Now, the pistons, ooh, I need 9 of those too. Are going to be facing towards the sugarcane, just like that. And so I'm going to need to grab one more piston. Let's go do that real quick, just in case you don't know the recipe. The recipe for a piston requires 1 piece of iron, so we'll grab a little bit of iron. It requires some sticks and some wood. I don't know if that's enough wood. It might be enough wood. And let's see. There it is. Pow. Got it. And we can put that back and that back because we don't need those right now. All right, and so we're going to put the piston down. Where is the piston? There it is. Right there. Perfect. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to get the observers ready to go, because the observers are going to sense... No, I don't want an observer there. I want an observer here. The observers are going to sense... Of course, because I was too high standing up on this thing, that the sugarcane has grown up, and they are going to send a redstone signal. So those observers, and I need one more, of course, are going to sense that these things have grown up to that height. They're going to send a redstone pulse right out the back, that redstone pulse is going to activate a redstone line that I'm going to place right here, like so, and that will activate the pistons, which will cause it to break the sugarcane and knock everything off. So check this out. If I stick a piece of sugarcane right there, and I stick some right there, and right there, and then I put 2, 1, 2, pow, and they all go flying. Now, occasionally, this is going to happen. You're going to get a couple pieces of sugarcane stuck. But that's okay, because a lot of it will still end up falling down this way and getting pushed into the water stream. So that is just fine. And it helps if you surround this thing in glass as well. But that's actually it. That's the entire sugarcane farm. But like I said, if you put glass around the front, and it doesn't have to be glass, it could be anything. I like glass because then I can see it. Then the sugarcane will hit the glass, bounce off the glass, and fall into the water stream. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to enclose this just like this in stone, so it looks a little nicer. Voila. Remember, I need to put an observer here still, so actually I need to not put this piece of stone there because I need to put one more observer here. And then, why don't we, yeah, we'll worry about the rest of the glass in just a second, because I've got glass baking, of course, for my roof right here. So we can put that glass up over here, but I don't want to do it just yet. I can do some of it, I suppose, because, of course, I need to put that last observer. But this is basically what I'm talking about. We'll break those 2 blocks in this one. We'll wrap it in glass all the way around like so. Yep, right across like that. This can be left open or covered in glass. It doesn't matter. I'm going to cover it in glass so that I don't accidentally fall down in there. And I'm going to put glass here too, so they don't fall down in there. But you can still open the chest when there's glass there. So that's kind of cool. And so this is going to be all the way up like this, past the observers, so that it doesn't get in the way of the observers, like right there. Oh, and I fell in. It's a good thing I didn't put all the glass in yet. Plus, I want to do this side too, to make it a little bit more symmetrical. So we're going to break this, and it is nighttime, and I am probably going to have some creeper friends join me. Oh, so I need to go to sleep, but that should work out nicely right there. And break those, and that. Beautiful. And this will give me a little bit of glass here too. Nice. Now, did I have stone on that side? No, I had dirt right there, didn't I? Well, I want to put some of that gorgeous looking stone right there. In fact, I want to put it there too. Yes, just like that, which means I don't need it here. I can fill this with dirt. No reason to waste that good stuff. Just use a little dirt. And we'll put one here and some dirt behind it, just like that. Okay, well, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to go to the nether. I'm going to grab that last piece of quartz so that I can make one more observer, and I'll come back and finish the farm up. So I'll see you guys in a second, and look at all these bad guys. I really need to light this place up. All right, see you guys in a minute. And there we go. One completed sugarcane farm. And wouldn't you know it, I went all the way to the nether. I got there. I found some quartz. I got the quartz. I got back to my base, and I realized I had a whole stack of it in my chest because Brandon gave me a whole bunch of it. But that's okay. That's okay. Now I've got even more. So anyway, I wanted to make that dirt so it would match the other side, because this is dirt over here. I like symmetry. But this is done. I've got sugarcane, I've got a sugarcane farm, And now, when I'm fishing in my fishing machine, just chilling over here, this sugarcane farm will be working just fine, and it will produce for me lots and lots of sugarcane. So, that's pretty exciting. But I think that's going to be the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you're doing okay during this, lockdown season of the coronavirus and everything else that's going on. But I wish you the best, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment on the videos or message me. I'd love to hear from you. All right, God bless, and goodbye.